1. All right, we're back here for our second match of the week here in week 2 of our Spider-Man slash Omen Paths AGL here. And we got another matchup of two players that are doing very well. So we saw in our earlier match, both of them had 5 wins coming in. Now we got Lukas M, who's at 7-2, and he's up against Ian R on the other side there, who's at 6-3. So they're both doing very well. What's Ian looking at his hand here? Looks like we're going to get a mulligan.
Yeah, definitely a mulligan here from Ian too. 6 lands and not a whole lot, not a whole lot to do
We had
there.
the opposite of 6 lands. We had 6 spells, and now we're seeing another 6 spells. They're all very pretty spells, but only 1 land each time, so it's not even an
And
issue
it
of
looks
colors
like
or anything like that. It looks like he's playing a mostly 2-color deck. Unfortunately, he
yeah,
can't
and it
go
looks
5
like
here.
Ian's kind of the opposite. It might be 4 colors here.
Okay.
Little spice. Pretty decent hand though. He's got a 2/3 with Crime Scene Instructor and Betty Way, so not a bad curve out here.
Okay. Yeah, you're not expecting to see like 2 mana 2/2s with like small upsides in a 4-color deck, but if he's making it work, he's making it work. Looks like we got a white-blue deck here for Lukas. He's got a nice 2-drop here with Modern Age.
Yeah, it's a really nice one.
This can maybe dig him out of some of the trouble here. So it's not gonna put him up a card, but 2 loots goes a long way here.
Yeah, Pauper Staple, very good card.
Yep, it's in my Pauper cube, in fact. So left in hand, he has a Cityscape. He has a Drix Interception. He has Margot on the case. He's now drawn. Oh, geez, whatever. It's a 3 mana 3/3 rare with in web that you can look at your opponent's hand. We saw that in the last round, and he's got
really.
He's got a Basil here, so he's got to discard something here.
Really nice top deck for Ian too. He top decked the 4. Um, so very nice top deck for him. Just being able to threaten in web, even though he doesn't have an in web card in hand, but just being able to threaten is really nice. He did draw pop for more interaction as well.
Okay. Yeah, so curving out here. Unfortunately, Lukas can't do anything about this. He does have a Basil, but that doesn't really interact favorably with either of these creatures.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Basil could tap it down, I guess, if he wanted to, but
yeah, so I do see 1 forest here in Lukas's deck. Clearly, he just wants to get his colors sorted out here, but he does have a forest in there for some green card. Yeah, I played with this Basil in the pre-release in paper. It's called Flash Thompson, and the flavor of the card is literally he's just a fanboy. It's like literally he's just like he's like walks around with like a Spider-Man t-shirt and like wants to be like him. That's about it. All right, so look in his hand here with the Yira and Oski, Weaver and Guide. I wish to never speak those words all together in the same sentence again. What kind of like last game, kind of like in the last round.
Bad news. Bad news.
There's nothing. Actually, he can make the camera launcher cost more.
Yeah.
So
sneaky
workaround there.
And hilariously enough, he Ian actually just top decked Archangler Skyrod. So that artifact actually being 1 more expensive is super relevant now on 2 of his cards. So that's actually pretty hilarious.
Yeah. So he actually hit 2 cards with it, which is surprising.
Yeah.
Turns out when
getting
you name
2 cards with that feels really good.
Turns out when you name something other than Kindred, you have a shot of potentially messing with your opponent's curve slightly.
Yeah, and Ian's just holding up Basil here.
Okay, so
it's his other interaction. Yeah, Basil.
Yeah.
It depends if you like the spice or not.
Yeah, so we have the Drix Interception here, which he's holding up. He's got a City Pigeon as well, and he's got the 5 mana counter spell that can either counter and draw or draw 3.
I wonder if you see the Drix Interception just come out here, or does he hold it for the camera launcher? Yeah, I don't think he does. But
I think he can hit something better. I think
yes, I agree with you. Definitely
But
agree.
there is going to be like a
Um,
chunky attack coming this turn.
it is, yeah.
Like, and it's going to give lifelink to the flyer, which is pretty good.
He has a jailbreak scheme off the top, unable to cast it currently. But like you said, a nice attack coming in here. Just turn everything sideways. Um, it does have that interception if you wanted to just tap something down, but obviously you never really use the card like that. So
Yeah, fun fact: Jailbreak Scheme was my most drafted common in OTJ. I drafted that card all the time, and
card
like,
seems good, and giving the lifelink here too off the Betty
yep,
way is are pretty nice. And here comes the shroud, so probably just gonna equip that
yeah. I think he's just
next
gonna, yeah, he's
turn,
just gonna counter that.
and then
I
yeah,
think he was pretty set on countering whatever came out this turn.
yeah, and
Finish.
obviously like he's definitely in a defensive scheme right now, but just the camera launcher that's really able to be played here. So Ian's kind of out of gas, depending on if Lucas can draw some lands here to play out his hand.
Yeah, well, he could play out 2/3 of his hand here. He's got the crime scene. I was gonna say investigator, but it's the instructor and a city pigeon. So he could play both, and he could maybe try and block this 3/3 flying, double block it.
Yeah,
He can't really race it, so
yeah, and you just want to get it off the board just with the lifelink modification on it when with the attacks if he goes all out. But
it's my boy.
nice top deck here for Ian. Hitting a two cards with one there is really nice.
Yep, that's my boy. As I like to say. Yeah,
But it looks like both
chicken
players really
fire.
struggling to hit their land draw this game. Ian did just top deck a plane, so he can play out that camera launcher if he wants. He does that. He
Mm-hmm.
does have a terrific team up now in hand, which is very relevant on the board.
I mean, getting rid of something could open up. I mean, it really just opens up an attack for the 3/3 flyer.
Yeah,
That's about the only thing that it could open up, but could
yeah,
could
it's just
be
a camera
worse.
launcher.
Right, well, he's drawn. Lucas has drawn his Komanansu the Watchful, which costs 6 mana because of his own card. It's an artifact.
The anti-synergy. Yeah, when
Yeah,
I first read that card, I thought it was not symmetrical, but it being symmetrical makes it a little tricky sometimes.
there's a lot of weird wordings in this set where you think it's going to benefit you or something, and there's a weird downside to it.
So he can exhaust this camera launcher here. He does still have the team up and the jailbreak stream in hand. Granted, one of them isn't castable in the jailbreak stream, so probably just gonna exhaust this launcher
Lucas is like,
on
yes,
blocks.
please let me play my 5 drop if I draw land next turn, and he got it.
He hit it. That's nice.
I think he's going to hold up his counter spell here. It's the outsmart the amateur.
Oh, really big top deck here. He hits the Zon Tunnel Abyss, can grab that island for that jailbreak scheme now, which is
Yeah,
obviously
that's gonna
really
get countered
important.
though.
And looks like a full jam here.
Interesting attack.
And he does have the team up in hand.
Yeah, we do have a counter spell here, so I don't think Lucas is too afraid of whatever's going on the other side there.
You probably just double block the flyer here, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, terrific team up would obviously just be a complete blowout if it were to resolve, but it's not going to resolve.
Yeah, and it looks like Ian's thinking about it too, wondering if he just takes the trades, maybe. It
Yeah,
looks
I
like
mean,
he's okay with it.
he's getting in for 4 damage and destroying just the glider. It's not an
Yeah, just the
amazing exchange. It's a
glider.
pretty bad exchange,
And
but
he just takes it, so playing around that counter spell.
oh, he's playing around 5 open mana, a bunch of which is blue.
Yeah, and he's just gonna try to rip the Zon here, bounce the crime scene and put a 1/1 on the Thopter. Yeah. It's a good sequence.
He might just let
Gets
this
that island if
resolve.
it
There's an
resolves.
outside chance he lets it resolve and draws 3, but I can't see it. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean you still get the one card off of it,
oh yeah.
so
I mean, this is
yeah.
as close to Cryptic Command as we're ever going to get here.
Yeah, and just playing the instructor again. So obviously one of those really nice with the exit trigger being really nice on the Thopter there. Having a 2/2 flyer with just the pigeon in the air is a pretty big threat right now. And now it frees up the team up for a big attack next turn, depending on the play here
Yeah, this terrific
from
team up is going
Lukas.
to take out the 4/4 that's coming down here.
That's
So
a good. That's a good card.
I'm not sure. Does he have lethal?
Can crack
No,
for,
not
let's see,
quite.
kills the flyer.
I don't think he can. I don't think he can get to lethal here, but he can get pretty close.
Yeah, and just team up taking care of the 4/4 seems pretty good.
Yeah,
Just jamming after really no like
yeah.
profitable blocks here for
I mean,
on
yeah.
the
I mean, he could trade two things and be left still with facing down lethal, or he could go to one and do this. Yeah, that's
yeah.
the the play that keeps him the most alive.
Yeah, unfortunately, some bad news is there's another in web card in hand here. Just
Oh,
gonna put another counter from
yep.
the crime scene instructor.
That is not looking good in the face of two islands here. So technically,
He
we're
does have
alive.
a
We're
food.
alive. We get to potentially have another draw step. Does Lucas, but otherwise, we may be going to the second game shortly.
Yeah, and he Ian did just draw an Alessos, or yeah, an Alessos off the top, which does give us stuff flying, so even more bad news here.
Which one's that again?
5 mana and web for 3. That puts a +1/+1
Oh,
counter when you
yes,
cast a
it's
creature spell, and it gets flying.
the
So
Spider-Man India, I believe, but yeah,
yes, Spider-Man India. That is correct. So
because
unless there's a miracle off the top here, just giving all this stuff flying is a big problem.
yeah, unlikely. Yeah, I think we'll see. Well, we got a bagel. We got a bagel, but
Oh, good. It can gain some more life.
I don't think he's interested in showing his bagel. He's gonna keep his bagel to himself.
Keep his bagel in his back pocket.
Mm. All right, so he's looking at the deck. He sees a bunch. It looks like a white and green deck. I think we know there's maybe a little bit more to it than white and green. Here we got a white blue deck. We do have that the Spider-Man India card here as a green splash, the Alessos and whatever.
Yeah, that card is very good. And it looks like Ian's just going a little bit bigger here, putting in 2 of his Chizaks from the sideboard.
Wow. Okay. Surprised
Um,
to see somebody not playing that, but yeah,
yeah, I think it's mainly for his mana base.
yeah, makes sense.
Trying to run a 4 colors is a little tricky. So I think he's just afraid of the Chizak on the top end. But I think in this matchup, he feels pretty comfortable that he can get there.
Yeah, not too many. Like Lucas is at two losses here and is basically playing a two-color deck, so his doesn't really have many sideboard options. Most of the cards that he wants to play in his colors are in his deck. The vast majority of those are in his deck already, so um,
Yeah,
not too many decisions here. Just looked at his sideboard for a couple seconds and then shipped it away. And there'll be no mulliganing to five this time, so he'll have a bit more of a fighting chance, perhaps.
yeah, and an interesting choice here for Ian. He has a plains and a mountain, and then 2 Underweave aerials in hands and a Malkdi that he can play onto. He also has the look at target opponent's hand
Okay.
creature.
Yeah, well,
And he
I'll just
did
call it
just
Weaver and Guide
draw.
from now on.
Yeah, he
As
did
it's
just draw an Adalbert Steiner from Final
oh, so
Fantasy,
interesting.
so he can play that on too if he'd like, but really needs to hit some of his land drops. And he does hit, which is actually a really big one.
Oh, this card's absolutely
Because
obnoxious. Yeah.
yeah, Machdi on 2 here's a big problem, and he did hit the land off the top. So if he hits another planes, he can enweb the Weaver Guide and play Adalbert Steiner, which would be a very nice turn.
Yeah, this is just one of the most frustrating things to see, especially on turn two. Like
Yeah, and
this.
doesn't hit that land there though, so we'll just play the Steiner.
Yeah, and we almost basically never get this effect for two. We get it for we've got it for three in the past. Uh, I think I guess imposing sovereign we had it for two, but very rare that we see this effect at 2 mana, making your opponent's
Yeah,
creatures
this card
pay
is
one tap.
extremely obnoxious.
Yeah, and it's good at like multiple places in the game. Like turn two, it's can be crushing. But like late, like in the games like where you're a bit behind and you're starting to turn the corner, and then your opponent just plays that, you're like, oh well, everything, all my plans are now finished because I can't
Yeah.
tank anymore.
And Ian does now have a favored fighter and a forest in hand, so he can get that extra white source that he needs off the treasure token, which is going to feel really nice for him.
Okay.
So he's just going to go favored fighter here and then have access to token. He does have
Yeah.
two aerialists in hand, and he also has India in hand, so really scary amount of action
Yeah. Wanderweave
here
aerialist with this many forests and mountain is it's a little it can be a little punishing sometimes as we're seeing here, but
for sure.
he's
But he does have the access to the mana
yeah.
now, but it's really not the most efficient use of the treasure token. You probably just want to get the Spider-Man India down, probably the Weaver
Yeah,
guy
so
if you
he's
can
gonna
get
have
it
a
down
good
as
turn
well.
here, putting a counter on his unblockable here and drawing two cards.
Yeah, this is really nice.
Yeah,
Um,
this demands an answer immediately.
and no answer in hand really.
Yeah,
He does have Spider-Man India, drew a Chizak off the top, which is not really what he wants to see here, given his mana base. He can hit it if he hits two more lands, but really he needs to make full use of this mana here.
yeah, that
It
treasure
doesn't
is
really.
looking like it's going to be important here.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision here because he could play out the Spider-Man India, but he's gonna go for the attack and try to web sling in probably the
I'm
yeah,
surprised he
probably
didn't just
Spider-Man
block the
India.
flyer there and try and get it off the board. I mean, I guess he assumes there's a trick, but might as well make him use it,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Or steal it,
surprising
sorry.
too.
Like, did he have a trick there? Or?
No, no trick in
So he was
hand.
just
I
offering
just
up his MACD or whatever it's called. Wow. Okay.
yeah, and maybe Lucas is just under the impression that he doesn't make that swing if it right. Like it's a very non-profitable swing for the most part, like trading away your
Yeah,
Machty. So
I'm
a
in
little
these
bit of mind
cases.
games there.
I'm a bit of what they call a calling station. In a lot of these cases, I just when opponents offering a trade like that, I just put my guy in front, and if they have it, they have it. All they're doing is eating a steel web surveyor if they have something, and
Yeah, and this is going to be
uh,
three cards here
yeah,
potentially.
this is well, not potentially. I mean, I guess he can jump
Yeah,
one,
he's
but
just going to get them. Yeah.
this the white blue deck when it actually just does everything. Wow, it's more than three cards. it's
Yeah, I mean, he's
because
got a full grip there,
yeah,
and really no answers here for Lucas. I mean, he's or for Ian, he's too far off of the Chizak here to really make a
yeah.
difference.
I think
So
Lucas has built his deck to try and make sure that he can beat decks that are playing a bit loose with the mana situation because he's just gonna curve
yeah,
out.
and
He's gonna play threats, and he even has the rare, the white blue rare, the shield, even
that's where
which
the
goes
Chizaks
crazy
were.
also with a lot of his stuff.
It's where the Chizak was an interesting addition
Yeah.
because, like, you saw it there, like just not being able to cast it. And it looks like he might just take them both out
I
now.
think against a deck like this, you
Um,
need to lower your curve really.
he actually kept him in and put in a Kaminasu. So he has one as well. But again, it's just the mana problem here.
Yeah.
Keeping in those two Chizaks on that top end is like a little dangerous. Um, but I mean, if he hits them, they're very good. Specifically into the amount of flying that we've seen.
Yeah,
Um,
he's
but
bringing in a he is now bringing in a third copy of Margot on the case. Uh, I'm not sure what he saw that made him want a third one, but maybe he just didn't see a lot of removal. So he said, I really do want to draw something like this because my opponent is not removing too much.
yeah, and I think like last game, Ian was really heavily punished by playing double white with
Yeah,
the Wonder Weave aerialist, like having two of them and just not being able to play to the board at all.
yeah,
Um,
I
he
know.
does have a few blue sources, but like it's pretty much just relying on that double white
Okay. He
from
went
the
with
looks
two
of
Margos
things.
after all. Yeah, I mean, I find like when I see Wanderweave Aerialist, like when I see it, I just think that's an Azorius card. Unless I'm Azorius, I don't put it in my deck,
Hmm.
and I just kind of close my mind to any other possibilities of having it be in a deck. So sometimes that's going to benefit me. Other times it might not.
Yeah,
There might be
big
decks where I should play it,
Big
even though
news
I'm
here.
not
I
playing it.
think
But
Ian might be going to 5.
yeah, we are definitely going to
He
6
is.
here.
Yeah, I think Ian has to go to 5 potentially here. He has no plays in hand outside of a jailbreak scheme. He keeps the 6, but Island and
Okay.
2 4s with Albert Steiner and the roof skippers in hand.
So
So
no castables at this time.
no castables. Really, really dangerous keep here. Let's see if he's rewarded with the planes off the top. That would be absolutely massive.
Yeah, we got a Wanderweave Aerialist here in this hand. He is going to put one of his more expensive cards on the bottom, I imagine. Yeah, he's putting his Kamanasu, perhaps, or his 5 mana counterspell. Yeah, he put the
Yeah, and this keep
Kamanasu.
this keep is even more dangerous on the play too, right? Because you don't have access to that additional card, so this could get really dangerous really quickly. If he doesn't hit this planes this next turn, it could be disastrous.
Yeah, he's got his Wanderweave Aerialist here. He doesn't have a third land yet, but he has a couple things he could do for 2 mana. He has Basil, and he has Cradle of Safety, which is a protection spell.
Oh, what a huge draw here off the top. He hits Mokti and King of Cold Blood in the last 2 draw
Is that
steps,
the
so
lizard?
really big draws. Yeah,
Okay.
really big draws here. And the Mokti really just presenting more board presence here, and no turn 3 here.
Yeah, no land here. I think he's just going to go for the Sudden Strike. Yeah, he just says,
Yeah, I mean that totally makes sense.
yeah, which he just picked up for turn. Did not pick up a land, but did pick up a Sudden Strike. No, it looks like not.
Wow, holds it
Okay,
back. Okay.
interesting.
I
I guess he's
wonder
going to play his Basil, but
what the use of the mana is here. Is there any cards in hand that he can? Yeah, that's interesting. I would want the Mokti off the board. I
yeah,
just think.
I just have a hard time fighting against that thing. All right, so he's going to play his Basil here. He has Cradle of Safety in hand, which is a protection spell.
Oh,
It's
and the land off the top.
it's an aura. Yeah, he did get a land here. It doesn't actually let him cast anything that he couldn't cast earlier because his 3 drop is a double blue card. But he is 1 mana away from the Angler's Shield, which is the white blue rare, which is extraordinarily dangerous.
Yeah, and Ian hit a favored fighter off the top, so if he can get that 4th land, he will be able to stabilize a little bit here with his mana base. Really, really nice.
Okay.
The jailbreak scheme comes out here
Yeah,
to try to
that's
slow it down a little bit, but if he does hit another land, that favored fighter is going to put in some heavy, heavy work.
yeah. He didn't hit a land, but he did cast a playable, which is going to be a threat here potentially. The Iron
Yeah,
Spider or whatever it's called.
no land again though for Ian. He is again with the really risky keep here, just getting punished for it. He does
Yeah.
hit a an Eleni though, which Eleni is absolutely busted.
Yeah, it's tough keeping a hand with 3 lands but no spells you can cast. It's a tough ask. I know you don't want to go to
Yeah,
5, and I'm sure his deck has
and
a
this
good
this
amount of
should just be
fixing.
game here. There's no
It's so
interaction in
rough.
hand,
Yeah, I
so
think we're just we got 7 on board here if there's nothing. So
yeah.
a bit of a runaway here, obviously here in the last game. Just Lucas, like they both hit 3 lands, but with Lucas's 2 color deck, he's able to cast some spells, and Ian just couldn't find what he needed to stay in the game here. So
Yeah,
Lucas is going to take
exactly.
this one down. Congratulations to him, and thanks for watching.